let's look at some other aggro variants. So let's check this out. For those of you guys who watch my stream a lot, you might remember this deck. This is a pretty strange looking deck that I was playing a bit of, I think the last day before I left. It's an aggro deck of sorts. Forward charge. What is this doing in here? Get that out of here. Jesus. Forward charge. Wasn't I trying one Lost in Time? One Lost in Time was pretty good. So, I'll try some form of aggro. This deck looks fine too. I'll mix and match these colors. Maybe I'll try blue-black, green-black. There's actually so many different permutations of aggro. I think Hoi's deck is very efficient. I think that from a purely probabilistic stance, there's a large likelihood that it's not perfect, even like from the standpoint of color combinations. It's a very good red-black deck, but I think there is a lot of unexplored territory to what can define a good aggro list. Green-black duo, blue-black duo, red-black duo. I think it can't be mono-black, right? It almost could be mono-black. It almost could be. There's no way it's mono-black. Right? What's up, Hyped? Yo, Hype, do you want to play some Constructed? Are you still doing those draft tournaments? I need to practice my Constructed game. Try to build some decks. Dude, the Constructed meta feels bad right now, huh? It's just it's all red, black, and blue, green, right? I mean, again, you guys are gonna have to bring me up to speed because I haven't been playing for this last week. But is this just what it is every game? Is this just my life now? That doesn't feel good. Whee.
I'm willing to die for what I believe. Are you?
So, if he has a Bronze Legionnaire, the best play is to save it on the right side. Do not forget our familial pact with the Unseen Elder.
Maintain our pride and prestige, young science whim. Also, I hope you didn't pee in the pool while you were away, and say hi to that cutie lock-in for me.
Ancient ancestor, so I have no idea who you are. But when I was participating in Gwent Slam, there was some guy who donated anonymously with pee in the pool jokes. Is this mysterious benefactor one that hasn't been watching me for a year? Or is this someone I know very, very well? So, this stall typically means he has something. In Artifact, one of the things you can do is you can read their hand options based on how long they take to press the pass button. And of course, you also have the opportunity to try to bluff your opponent into thinking you have something when you don't because of that. So, if he has something playable turn 1 here on red, it's probably Bronze Legionnaire, typically. Can't Assault Ladders here. Assault Ladders turn 1 is kind of a no-no, but it's too good not to use it here. I wouldn't say it's a no-no. I would say don't do it every time, just because you have it as an option. Some hands and some board states, you'll actually skip it turn 1. This is not one of those. Bristle into PA. This is basically the worst feeling in the world. This is, in theory, this is like, ooh, look at this, good flop hero, right, guys? Nope. Oh, just bristleback things. So, if he had a play to make turn 1, he didn't make it here, which means it's not Bronze or Mercenary Exiles, which is confusing. I mean, Kana always has to go left, whereas Assault Laddersing, there's no blue option. That's just a no-brainer, right? Okay, so the game plan at this point is developed. He has no blue, which means we're going all in on the left lane. We have Assault Ladders and Kana here, even as well as Lycan as well. So we can race down left lane pretty hard. He committed Sorla to the right lane, which is a really big mistake given the matchup, because right now it gives us a very good defense lane middle. So we push left hard for Ancient, we defend mid, which is going to be easy to do because he didn't drop Sorla here, and we give up right. In doing so, we basically guarantee we've won the game. I actually don't see a way that this guy wins the game. He needs Burning Oil to win the game right now. because he cannot rush down mid fast enough. And we have deep portal, Kana, creeps. I'm not joking. I literally do not see a way this guy wins the game. I think this is over.
Come to my army.
I know that's like a funny thing to say sometimes, because sometimes, you know, your streamer will say that and then they'll lose and then it'll be like a haha kind of moment. But no, seriously, how does this guy? I'm dead serious. How does he win? How is he can't, right? Look at this. Look at the situation. What's up, Mago? Mago, what do you think about Artifact, buddy? People are saying this game is dead on arrival. Where do you think UB stands in the meta? So blue-black is kind of bad. So I have an interesting option here. We could take a gank. I'm obviously not going to gank the X because he doesn't die. So if we're ganking, we're either ganking the Sorla on the right side or maybe the PA on this side. The problem is if we take the gank on the Sorla, we're kind of slowing down. We're gaining effective value, but we're slowing down the wrong lane. Mid is kind of the only lane that matters for us. Because if he can't push us mid, we will just win the game. He can't race us on that one. And right is just
basically
a better lane to give
1/8 gay.
Gank will also stay in hand as a high value target. So this is where you have to take your hand's tools into consideration, notably your colors. If I'm looking at a hand where I have a heavy black hand, it feels very bad to decline an option like that because I'm lowering my tempo, right? But if I have a hand that is, you know, only one black option, I've got the PA, which is the better gank target later, I will get good use out of this gank later, and there's no reason to be hasty with it. I guess I'll take this out. Nah, what's the point? Later winter patch review 1. I think that meme is dead. Sorry, friend. So Legion Commander is kind of forced to go into the middle lane, of course. If I put PA left, then I've got a Nito gank thing, but of course without a health item, PA won't survive against the Legion Commander, and I don't have a health item. Also, I really like PA's ability to have a body presence mid, so we just shove these both mid, he shoves his Legion mid. And again, I mean, this is just how this game is going to go. I developed left with Assault Kana, and he developed right with Sorla, which means, unless he has Burning Oil, I think he just can't win. Like, what is he going to do? I will always race him faster, and I'll always have the ability to defend mid. I've got 2 heroes deploying next turn as well. During the tournament, you confess that you drank water from a mug or bowl before. Is it true you engage in degenerate practices like that? You have no idea. So, playing for initiative here is nice. I actually kind of like this Gust on the mid lane. Nah, actually, this Gust looks terrible. I like this Doggo, though. This is a nice dog. Tyler State Sensor, if I'm afraid of 5. What am I afraid of on 5? Cards actually just don't exist on 5. Like, cards on 5 are just like these bedtime stories that parents tell to their children. Like, what could he possibly... Like, Curse Satyr? Sister of the Veil? Ah, we're just playing Doggo. This is fine. Ruh-roh.
Rebellion ends here.
Oh well. Guess he got us. I mean, I like having initiative. If I didn't care about initiative... Actually, I guess I don't like having initiative unless he duels my Drow. But that has a high likelihood of happening. I do care about initiative. If I didn't care about initiative, I would swap the Decoy with the Kana, because next turn we're coming up on Berserker's Call, and I actually like Kana tanking the call since she doesn't die to it, and I want to keep as many creeps alive as possible. Is Burning Oil a good counter to Kana decks? In theory. The problem with Burning Oil is it loses too much value against other matchups, I think. Artifacts lacking card pool means even Swim can't make cancer decks? Just watch me, dude. You think I can't? Listen, I've been gone for like a week. I'm back now. You think I can't create cancer decks? Dude, this deck I'm playing is actually like... This concept has potential. It needs refinement. I think it's possible that aggro might have to run green in this meta, though. It's also possible that aggro might just be a bad archetype. The problem with aggro is, in theory, it should have a favorable matchup against Storm. I think that if the Storm player plays well and is teched against aggro, maybe even something like, I mean, you might run up to 3 of at any cost. You might. 3 of
The
them.
red mist awaits your
But
command.
even in if you're playing an aggro deck teched against Storm, it might still not be a favorable matchup just because blue is so good against the idea of aggro at fairly low cost. I know the card says at any cost, but it's actually a pretty low cost. It lied. Do I really need to flask here? Yeah. Whatever. We have initiative here. If we were actually scared of his axe playing a card, we would put Lycan left for initiative off of Gust. I think we can just do this. I mean, again, left is just winning on its own, so as long as we don't let that happen, we're good. There's one downside with playing both of them mid, and that is we're locking ourselves out of our mana pool here, which is bad, because we don't have any blue cards. If we play one of them to the left, we can unlock our mana pool a little bit better. I think I like this as an option.
15 seconds
I don't
remaining.
think I need Remusk Blessing. Rebel Decoy actually accelerates the clock by a pretty relevant amount, though.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
I hope this doesn't spawn in the middle here. I had a deck similar to this, but with 2 blue with Ogre and 1 less green with Lycan. Only had Drow for 2 arm and 3 mist. Is that a big brain idea or nah? Okay, so... Good question. I will answer that in 1 second. Could take a defensive gank if I really want to, but I really don't. Blue is a weird color. When you look at blue, you're like, okay, blue has all these situational cards, therefore I should run more blue heroes, right?
Give the red mist no
You could use the logic of it's more of a 3 of color than a 2 of color, right? And I have used that logic. I've said those exact words before. It's very true. It's more of a 3 of color than a 2 of color. Because when you run 2 blue heroes, it's kind of awkward. You're running these defensive tools like Annihilate, but you're just locked out of the ability to use them in the flexible capacities that they were designed for, right?
Hope this works.
The problem is that if you're running 2 blue heroes, you kind of have to justify it with some amount of situational tools. Like, what main deck cards are you running in that deck? I don't even know what other proactive cards I could fit in apart from Deep Portal. And the problem with that is... Ooh, this doggo is getting punched. Oh no. The problem with that is 2 is just kind of the wrong number for blue. Blue is like a good 3 of color if you're running like these defensive tools like Annihilation and at any cost. You really want 3 blue heroes. But if you're splashing blue with Kana for like a swarm capability, you kind of only have enough good main deck proactive cards to run 1. 2 is the wrong middle, you know? It's the bad middle ground. Because running 1 of blue hero is good in a case like this, and running 3 of blue hero is good in other cases, but I don't see enough reason to ever run blue. So, he took the Nasal Goo. At this point, he's unlocked the duel. It's really important to think. So typically, when they play something turn 1 that doesn't like kill you as a hero, you're thinking, okay, they don't have a way to kill my hero, right? But if it's something like a health item for him to survive the duel, or if it's something like a, Nasal Goo in this case, which allows him to duel me, I have to play the option that I don't want to get locked out of, because there's a good chance he's about to duel my Lycan. If he duels my Lycan, I'm pretty whatever. I was thinking about Decoy, but look at this board. This just looks like a missed board, you know? I mean, he'll have to develop a hero not to lose next turn. So by doing this, I'm basically forcing him to have 1 less hero here, which is kind of what I want. Would Rix fit into an aggro deck? No. Rix is just a bad card. So, there's the duel coming out. That's neat. Is that only for constructed, or do you try to stay away from blue in draft 2? It's only for constructed. Good question. I should have specified that. How do you get value out of Retaliate? I mean, you kind of don't. I guess, in theory, you get value out of Retaliate by minus armor. You want to hit heroes, basically. That's the one thing. Retaliate and cleave and effects like that really incentivize you to punch heroes instead of towers. So try to develop heroes that have Retaliate in areas where, you know, you're hitting heroes instead of towers. You're not hitting armor. You can't really build around it, though. I think I lost. Where's my oath? Did I? He got 2 melee creep spawns. Oh well, guess he got us. Can I stop right for 1 turn? Dude, what if he double deploys right? Is he a genius? He's not double deploying mid. That's the one thing he's not doing. He would never double deploy mid. If he has gank, we actually lose if we put anything other than this. This is kind of the bitch move play. Nice arrow. Where's all my damage? Oh, there it is. Neat. Oh, there it is. Neat. Looks like this dude wants to Berserker's Call.
I won't let them gain ground.
This is gonna be a pretty neat sensor, oath. I'm sure I don't need to play more cards in this lane, right? Oh, he lost an arrow too. We're good. Yeah, I don't need these to live. Dude, I hope this last card he has isn't Berserker's Call. This is the only card he can actually use right now.
The Oplodi don't belong here.
No mercy. You won't survive.
Dude, what a scary card. Holy shit. I mean, this PA will survive, but everything else is dying. Great tournament casting. Did you want to play in the We Play tournament? Are you going to try competitive when they come out with a rank system? Nah, I'm not waiting for a rank system. I'm done with casting. I'm going to play in the rest of the tournaments this month, and next month, and next month, etc.
I'll make good use of this.
I don't know. I was thinking about running 2 blue in this deck, but I think in these aggro decks, I really like the idea of this kind of splash. Outside of them, like 2 feels like it's too much. Like, what blue main deck cards am I even running? I don't want to run stuff like Foresight. I definitely don't want to run board clears. I think I'm already running 1 Lost in Time. I think this card is pretty cheeky as a 1-of here. It feels good. It's proactive like D-Portal. It's like, it's what you want for a splash, right? Because like D-Portal, it's proactive, and I don't even care what lane that. This is kind of the perfect splash card because it's anti-situational, right? It is a card that I don't really care where I use it or when. you just throw it out. And that's ideally how you want to be playing splashes. So we have initiative here. 69 damage on that left lane. Looks pretty rough for this dude. He has no opportunity for anything with board clear. Could take a gank here. 8 health, 11. Of course, I'm killing nothing with those stats. Jeez.
15 seconds remaining.
I mean, he can't really stop me left, right? Unless he gets some just god tier spawns. It's 69. That's just not happening. I just trade to gank this PA. I guess there's theoretically some kind of risk of losing if that happens. But I've got Lycan coming with Rebel Decoy, so I actually like the opportunity to save the decoy. He's gonna have initiative, and it'll be the Berserker's Call turn. He's got 2 available cards in hand. It's these 2 that were just drawn. So if I use Vermusk Blessing, I keep my Sorla out of call range. I think that's actually a potential win condition. Whereas Gank just kills the PA. But every creep on this board has like a Gorillion attack.
Remaining.
Killing the PA is actually a neat thing.
There's no shame in dying to the best.
There's no way I lose, right? I certainly don't see one. I actually need Assassin's Veil if my Sorla curves. Yeah, we're good. We have to be, right? I mean, what can he do in 2 turns here? In 2 plays? We could actually lose.
Gentle.
I will kill our enemies.
So, he has to call here to kill everything. Right now, presumably he's thinking about which hero he wants to call with. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. We're good. No problem, guys. Like I said, not even close.